Hello, my name is Wayne Palmer. I am shooting you a video to show you a conversion that I did on some batteries to change them from an 18S to a 14S. And you might ask, why did I do that? I purchased the batteries from EV West and they were at nominal 60 volts DC, and when I purchased them I didn't realize that I couldn't use them through the whole capacity of the battery because my inverters were set up at 48 volts nominal. I have MPP Solar LV 5048 inverters that are set up in parallel, and they only run between like 58 volts down to 42 volts in their DC range that they charge to and also use to invert from DC to AC. So the batteries that I purchased were 3.3 mega or mega 3.3 Samsung SDI batteries, which is a energy storage solution type battery that I think EV West purchased because they were used and resold. And the batteries work pretty good. I use them between 15 to 85% of their state of charge continuously. And I've modified all eight units that have 16 batteries per unit. And my range of or capacity that I get out of them is about 2 kilowatts of storage. 2 kilowatt hours each. So I have 8 of those, and then these for a total of 20 kilowatt hours that I have for my powering my house and charging my car and all that. Works out pretty good. I did all the installation myself, and very happy with everything. So I'm going to go through the conversion process, and if you like it, do a thumbs up. If you don't, do a thumbs down. But please subscribe to my channel. It'll help. Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoy it and it's helpful to you.
Alright, first thing I'm going to do is take off the board that just sits on top of these for no reason at all, other than just to store stuff whenever I'm working in here. Next, I'm going to have to disconnect the bus bars here that are connected to my 2 parallel inverters. So let's get that started. What's very important here is that when you're using tools, not to touch the negative and the positive together, because you can have problems if that happens. So to keep this from touching anything, I'm going to strip here like that. And the best is to pull it away from there and pull out. Yeah. Which is easier said than done. So this in here. Right, and put it on side, or pull it out. Side one guy. And do that this way. There we go. Alright, there's one. Alright, so now that you see that I've got it out, what I'm going to do is pop this cover off. So let's do that. It's got to be kind of careful popping it off, not to short out anything. Alright, so this is what it looks like. And this popped off. Let's get over here and I'll give you a good view. You can see here's a I believe the positive on this, yeah, because it goes to the positive side. So this is positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. And what we're going to do is we're going to take out these two batteries right here out of the loop or out of the series so that it's set up as 14S, because this right here is 8 batteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And all together, of course, you have 16, 8 on this side, 8 on that side. And I'm going to take out 2 batteries to make it, instead of 16, 14. So it'll be a 14S configuration whenever I'm done. Now, just to show you that it is up at 60 volts, or very close to 60 volts, because I charged it today with my inverter. The sun was out enough to charge it back up. And you can see from the 2 terminals here, let's just pop these off. I'll show you that we have almost 58 volts. I don't know if you can see that, but maybe, yeah, you can see that. So we're reading 57.8. All right. First thing to do is to go ahead and remove this bus bar here. Okay, let's remove this. That off. That on. And we'll go ahead and reinstall this for now. This roof. And do the same thing with this roof right now. Alright. Next thing we need to do is take this particular terminal here that's jumpered and saw it in half so that we no longer have a connection to these other 2 batteries. So let's remove this wire here. There we go. Actually, I'm going to leave that wire kind of in there so that I can reuse it later if I need to for the BMS. So I'm thinking about going ahead and putting BMSs on all these batteries. Alright, so now that one's exposed, we're going to cut it with a skill saw. And the best way to do that in here, so I don't make a big mess, is to go ahead and turn this this way. And get this in here where you can see it. Put in, and what I want to do is saw it with enough left over to drill 2 holes that I can attach another piece here so that I can mount a wire to it. So next thing, we're going to take this little piece of metal that I've got here, just a 1/8 inch by 1 inch piece of aluminum, and we're going to mount it right here so that it overhangs like that with a bolt lug that can jumper from here to here, and that'll give us our 14S in series, because this is a negative side. Positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive. Okay? Alright, so no hesitation, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use this size screw, and this size screw is, it's a number 8 size screw, you can see there, and I'm going to use these to secure it, which is just a number size number 8, 32 nut. Okay. Alright, so the size that I need for this is this size drill, which is 11/64. Yeah, 11/64 drill. And the type of nut that I'm going to put in, or the type of terminal that I'm going to put in, is going to be a 1/4 inch 20 terminal, and it'll look like this. And I'm going to put that right here where this other hole is. And to do that, I'm going to need to use a tap and drill. So here's my tap and my drill for the tap. So let's go ahead and change that out. Use again, just a little bit of drill on the battery. Alright. Okay, now let's go ahead and put this in. I'll be right back. Easy, and we'll do that. It's good to try to do this as straight as possible. Alright, there we go. So now we got a tap hole. Okay, now let's take the file, clean it up a little bit, and same on the side of the holes. Clean it up a little bit. Okay, alright, so now we have this. We're going to take the 1/4 inch nut and install it with a washer on the backside, like this, so that it's not as long as it would be otherwise, because I don't want to protrude very high off the surface, so it looks like that. I could possibly go with 2 of these washers on there. And now this thing to do is to tighten it a little bit so that it doesn't move on you. Not much, just enough to cinch down the nut whenever we're putting it on. Okay, now let's go ahead and drill the battery. Using this as a template, go ahead and put it here just like this, and let's go ahead and yeah, like that. There it goes. Okay, so we got one side through. I'm just going to drop a screw in there so that it doesn't move around on me. And we're going to tap the other one, or drill the other one.
like that. Okay, I did it. All right, so now we have two holes in that side of the terminal that we can go ahead and bolt that plate to. But I'm going to clean out all the shavings first by just tipping it over and raking them out. There we go. I'll make sure that we get all those little shavings out, and it would be nice to have a little toothbrush or something to help do that. In here. So, there's a little. Alright, so that's how you drill it out. Drill. So, we'll go ahead and set it down. And now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and take two nuts, these two nuts, and slide underneath. Flat screwdriver and just lift up on that just a little bit. Don't want to bend it too much, and that will help get that screw underneath there, or that nut. There we go. We still have some shavings in there. We need to get out. This little plastic piece right here on this side, so that you can reach in there. Sort of like that. There we go. And take something, maybe this, and just cut it out. There we go. Like that. Maybe even a little bit further down. There we go. Alright. And then we're going to put this little. Now we have them both in there. Let's go ahead and, okay. Now we can go ahead and bolt on our piece here. Get a screw. There's that side. Let's get another one. And there's that side. Alright, got one that's sliding around on me, so let's go ahead and hold that. There we go. It's tightening now. Nice and tight. Alright, so that's how you install the terminal. And next, we're going to go ahead and create a little wire that goes from this terminal to here. And what we're going to have to do is put one of these on. This is just a actually it's a 5/16 for a number 4 wire. I had this left over from my installation. Bought several of these and I just cut it. I think it was 1.5 feet long. Cut it in half and it works pretty good for the length that I need to go from this terminal to that terminal. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and I'll do this too. Mark it. Okay, there. Got it. So now we have what you see here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this side, and it's supposed to be sharp wrap. I'm just going to use electric tape. Sharp wrap right there. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go just like this side, but we're going to have to cut out this little spot right here so that it'll fit nice and flat. Let's do that. Looks like it's going to be this big. Oh, let's cut it up. Okay, there's that. Yeah, that'll sit nice and flat. All right, let's go ahead and take a bolt and the nut and screw this on. And let's tighten that down a little bit. Right size. That should do it. All right, it's nice and tight. Now let's go ahead and tighten the other side. All right, there it is. Nice, and tighten this down, even though we're not going to be using it. All right, so that's how you do the conversion from 60 volts to somewhere around close to 50 volts. We'll go ahead and test it right fast just to show you. Let's see here. So here you go. Okay, 50.6. So almost 48. Starts with high. That's okay because it's not down in voltage range. I can use the full capacity of this battery bank. Give me what I need for my inverter. All right. I don't see that, but just in case you're not able to see it, here you go. 50.6 or 7. Now the last thing I have to do is to go ahead and put this cover back on. And there's a few modifications that have to be made to make the cover work. And those modifications are making sure that this little terminal sits nice and flat. What I do is I go ahead and file the screw down. Yeah, nice and flat like that. And then I go ahead and take this other cover and I cut the little hole right here. It's needed for that cable to stick out, and I do that by marking it with the black pen. Everybody notice that? Like that. And It's not pretty, but it'll work. All right, that's it. And that's how you modify these little ESSI storage solutions by Samsung, SDI, I'm sorry, SDI batteries, so that they'll work for a 48 volt system instead of a 60 volt system. Hope that helps everybody that is purchased these and thought they were going to use them at their full capacity, and I think they'll work pretty good. So thanks for watching.